What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So the crypto market does not look good at all, right? Things are decreasing to some pretty low lows. Now, it's not crazy lows like we've seen when it was at an $800 billion market cap, or maybe even lower. But we are seeing this approach the level of breaking through that $1 trillion market cap, and not breaking through the ceiling, but breaking through the floor, right? Dropping below the $1 trillion market cap will not be good for us. But what's the reason why we are seeing this? What does the market look like? And also, what CPI data can actually do for us, in the future when we do get that CPI data. So guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, you can follow me over there. Don't forget about the links that are in the description for KuCoin, for Webull, for Crypto.com. If you guys want to sign up using those platforms, using my referral link, feel free to do so. It does help me out, and you'll get a kickback from it as well. But let's talk about cryptocurrency. Let's look at the market. Let's understand what's going on, because if you haven't seen the market yet, which literally it's been going on since yesterday, and now we're seeing more of it. We're seeing the market at a current level of $1.02 trillion market cap. Now, it was at a 1.06, and then we saw it drop more and more and more. Obviously, went all the way down to a 1.01 trillion-dollar market cap. And currently we're seeing this down 4.2%, 420%. Bitcoin's dominance is still increasing, even though we are seeing that, because we're seeing a lot of altcoins that are kind of dropping more. And you could see that just by looking at Ethereum. You can see Ethereum over the last 24 hours has dropped more than Bitcoin has dropped in the last 24 hours. Dropping about 6%, and then Bitcoin dropping 3.5%. You also see BNB that's dropping by 4%. You see XRP that's dropping by 3%. Cardano is down by 6.3%. Solana 8%. Some other big ones. Let's look at some notable decreases that are here. We're going to see that DY DX is down by 14%. Phantom is down by 11%. We're going to see Axie Infinity that's down by 9%. Aptos is down by 9%. So things are not looking great in the crypto market. Things are falling down to really low points, and people are getting afraid. They're starting to become afraid that this is not going to be a bull run. And no one can accurately predict exactly where things are going to go. We can predict as time goes on and say a bunch of predictions, and then one of them will be right. But there's a lot of people that state that from the beginning, before this started to run, that we would see kind of a fake out breakout type of thing, where we would see a fake bull run, things that would run to a pretty high point, and then we would see it drop down. Now, we haven't seen a pretty high point. We've seen it increase. We've seen things that have been increasing, but no way have we seen a pretty high point to certain levels. Maybe some new cryptocurrencies, but not a lot. So anyways, with all that being said, why is this happening? Now, my opinion why this is happening, and they have other opinions out there. My opinion why this is happening is really due to inflation data. We have CPI data that's coming out on the 14th. And a lot of people like to get prepared beforehand to make sure they're ready for the reaction. And this time it seems like they're getting ready for the reaction of the reaction, right? So people are kind of getting ready for those couple of days that come before it, which, I mean, we're 4 days away from this happening, from the inflation data being live and telling us whether we are going to see, more bullish momentum or bearish momentum. And really, it depends on if inflation is still easing. So if you didn't know, inflation was at a peak point of like 9%, and we saw this decrease and decrease and decrease. And now we saw this at a level of, I forget what it was. I think it was like 6.5 or something like that percent, to where November 2022, so if we go into this data, right, year over year inflation was 6.5% for December 2022. And now we're waiting for January's inflation data to basically tell us where we're going to be, right? November came in at 7.1, less than forecasted of 7.3, but literally we came right on expectation. And you saw that the rate hikes weren't as high as what we thought what people were expecting them to be, because of inflation, some people were like, hey, if inflation increases, then we'll see a higher rate hike of 50 basis points or something like that. But we saw 25 basis points. But anyways, um, basically throughout this article, right, Bitcoin remains under pressure ahead of CPI data. Obviously, you see everything falling down. And it's because of the potential um, numbers, potential data of what CPI could be. But Michael Burry makes stagflation call. So if we scroll down here, we're going to understand where he's coming from with this. Growing signs of stagflation. There's an increased evidence of stagflation despite denials of recession at the present time, including the White House redefinition of what constitutes a recession. Stagflation refers to the combination of high inflation, economic stagnation. Um, particularly high unemployment. This presents policymakers with a dilemma in that measures to lower inflation could aggravate unemployment. Um, a recent article by Peter, let's say his name is Schiff. Hopefully, I say his name right. Blamed our current economy woes on those stimmy checks triggering inflation, which has since morphed into stagflation. He pointed out that the government spending one way or another must be paid for by the public. Absolutely. But to tell you the truth, it's not just these stimulus checks. I like how people like to just apply it directly to the stimulus checks when there's so much more spending that happened outside of just the stimulus checks. I feel like stimulus checks do work. And that stuff could work in a way, but you had a lot of money that was going towards other things that needed to be, taken care of as well. But no matter what, the money that's spent anywhere, our money that's spent anywhere, our taxpayer money that's spent anywhere, or just money that's printed out of nowhere, we have to pay back somehow, right? We have to pay back or they have to pay back, and most likely it's going to be pushed to us. And we're seeing that in the form of, obviously increased goods and all of that stuff. And obviously inflation is kind of diminishing a little bit. We're seeing, prices go down. We're seeing obviously percentages go down, all of that stuff. But the problem is this kind of a fake out breakout type of thing? Is this kind of a fake inflation easing, and we're going to see inflation increase as we get the CPI data in 4 days? So that's really the question. That's where we're coming from. And people are getting prepared for that. In the crypto market, you see a lot of people that are like, all right, well, you know what? I'm going to get out of Bitcoin because I don't know what's going to happen. If it does rise, I already gained something out of it. And they can probably get in on the push after the inflation data comes out if they wanted to. But the point is that people are reacting to speculation, and this speculation may push it down further. So could we see more of a crash coming? I mean, it's possible. It depends on what the CPI data is. We could see this really fall if the CPI data comes back as, over what's expected, right? So anyways, guys, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the data. I don't know what it will be. I don't know the reaction that people will have, but it's definitely interesting. So guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, you can follow me over there. Don't forget about the links that are in the description for all of my referral links, the different accounts or different exchanges that you can trade with if you're looking to trade cryptocurrency. And also my Patreon, if you guys are interested in that, feel free to check that out. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.